Alright, now we're going to look at the hobbits, or sorry, the Hobbit and the dwarves and Gandalf from the set here. So show you the assembly. So I'm going to start off with Gandalf the Grey. And just using my cutters to cut this out as nicely as I can. And for the rest of them I will cut them off camera, just so this goes a little bit faster. So there's, he is J, and okay, he's got one other arm. Give ourselves a base here. Make sure I'm centered as much as I can. I'm just trimming away the extra sprue there, grinding away a bit of the mold line that's visible. His hat. And like I said, I'll do this off camera for the rest of them, so it'll be pretty quick once I get him together. His hand is going to go in there like that. There's a nice press fit. Not too much gap on his cloak. And I'm sure he'll fit nicely in there. And there we have it. Gandalf the Grey. So let's make sure we can see everything there. Nice amount of detail. And I'll show you the rest of the guys in the next clips. Alright, so I'm going to look at Ragadast, or however you pronounce his name. I'm just going to show you the sprue here, and then I'm going to cut these out off camera and trim them up, or clean them up, and we'll assemble it on camera. So I'll be back in a minute. Alright, so here's all the bits cut out and trimmed up. I'm going to use my Tamiya extra thin cement, and the reason I like to use that is because if you push these things together, you can just dab the cement on there and you're good to go. So I don't know if there's a particular order that's better. So these are all push fit. I'm going to start I think with that one just because it looks trickiest. So that's him running. Actually, you know what? Maybe I have to do this one here. And judging by these little pieces there, I think this piece is going to go this way. Yeah, so he's jumping over that somehow. Twist it later. Just going to use the back of these to push that in. There we go. This all lined up. So that's a pretty intricate base there, if you can see that nicely. And touch the glue in there, and it runs right through everything. And actually this side here I'll put some in there as well. Okay. I think this will go together. Yeah, I'll put the glue in there. Piece goes on like that. And touch some glue in along that surface. And this piece will go something like that. sure there's lots of glue in there. And now for his arm with the staff. Already got some glue in there, so it should go nicely like that. There we go. And you see why I like this glue, it just flows right in that crack there and it doesn't leave any residue behind. So as long as you have a nice fit when you start, you won't be able to see any leftover glue. And with the new GW plastics fitting so nicely together, that's not usually a problem. So let's see if we can see this guy here now. Hopefully I remember to flip this video over. I'm filming it upside down. And we see what Gandalf looks like beside him. There you go. So lots of nice detail on that guy. Jumping over those stumps. And I'll move over to the rest of the dwarves now. Alright, I've got all of the dwarves and Bilbo cut out and trimmed off the sprue. So I went around and I ground off any of the mold lines with the edge of the X-Acto knife, just kind of scraping it like that. So there's actually five guys that are single piece. So I don't know all their names off by heart, so I'm not even going to try to butcher them. So there's this guy, which I believe is Gimli's father or something, because he's got the same swords or same axes. So 1, 2, this guy here, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, then the rest are multi-part. So this guy, which I think is Thorin, he's got 2 sets of arms. So one looks like it has some sort of a wooden shield type thing, and he's holding the sword. Because I haven't seen that one used, I'm not going to glue that one on. I'm just going to glue the regular one on. So let's put a touch of glue in there. And most of these things, technically they would stay together without any glue, but they wouldn't stay together very long. But they go together very nicely, and you can tell when it's in there nice because it kind of sits in place. So there's one guy done. Up there. Okay, now Bilbo, I'm going to do him next. So he's got the cane here, and it goes in the back of his shoulder. Like that. Or you can do the sword, sting. I'm going to do the sword. So a touch of glue in there. And try to slide this in. There we go. I'm trying to make sure there's as little gap as possible. Put a bit of glue all around there. So there's Bilbo. This guy here, he's got a bow that goes on his back. So I'll see if I can get that lined up right. Doesn't seem to be any indication of how it's supposed to go. It's probably like that. Put a bit of extra glue there. Put those up there. This guy here. So you can see assembly is very, very simple. On the sprue they were marked with letters which pieces go together. So the guys that are single piece had no letter beside them. The guys that are multi-pieces would have like an AA, BB, CC, whatever. A couple of them have 3 pieces. Or the guys with options would have those marked as well. Let's see this. thumb goes like that. There we go. I also noticed that the details on these are very fine. I think the White Dwarf says that they had to use a finer tool for cutting the molds. I don't know if I would agree with that, or, well, I guess they know better than I do, but one thing I do notice is that the way the plastic is in those weapons are very, very fine. And I know with 40k stuff, often you get things like that breaking, or fantasy spears and that sort of thing. There's just some stress built up in the plastic when it comes out of the mold. And these don't seem to have any issue with that. I don't know if that's a better molding technique or what. That's a really cool slingshot there. So none of these weapons broke when I was cutting them off the sprue, and so that was a nice surprise, I guess. I was kind of half expecting it to happen, so I was pleasantly surprised when it didn't. See if I can get this guy in here. There we go. So this video is almost done. Be sure to check back, subscribe, whatever, and I'll show you how all the goblin bits assemble, and hopefully I'll get to painting things shortly. Now are these going to go up or down? I think they're going to go up. Try that. And the last guy, this guy's got 3 bits. So that'll go in first. So it's neat. So you see it slips over his head somehow. Let's see if it'll... Watch, it won't work for me now. No, I think his arms are above his head anyways. There we go. It slips over there, slides in. That doesn't seem quite right. This one is giving me a little trouble. I think I see how it's supposed to go. There we go. It's lifting it up above his head, I think. This one might be a little bit of a press fit type of a... There we go. Oh, I think I bent that sword. And this is going to go in the back. That's it. So there is all of the forces of good from the Hobbit Strategy battle game Escape from Goblin Town box set. Hope you enjoyed this video. Like I said, check my blog. There'll be a link in the description below. Check out all of the other videos I've been doing for painting tutorials, and I'll be posting some Hobbit ones soon. See you next time.